Hey everybody, it's Glidercat and it's time to play. We're back in Foundry. Check out all our little radar dishes on top of the research labs rotating around. That looks pretty cool. Pretty nice. Well, let's get back to it. This episode we need to do a fair amount of work out east. Let's take a look at the map. So yeah, we're going to head out here. We've got some Technomore out there, Xenoferrite ore. We've got ignium ore going on. We need to rework a lot of this and then bring this Xenoferrite ore mine online. We've got it dug out, and we've got drone miners down there and belts bringing it up to the surface, but we're not turning it into plates. And we talked about last episode maybe using the advanced recipes so we can get more plates out of this ore. And I believe we need to run it through a blast furnace and run it through a crusher before we make the plates, and then we get more yield out of it. And that's going to be important because we're probably going to pull from this this mining site in order to get all of the 10,000 Xenoferrite plates that we're going to need for the final monument to build, kind of the end game monument. So let's set out and get started on it. Make sure I'm pointing in the right direction here. Here we go. And we just need to head out there and get to it. We'll see what we have. Towards the end of the last episode, if you stuck with me for the last 10 minutes, it took quite a while actually. I filled up the backpack with what I think we need, and I'm sure within 2-3 minutes we'll find something that I didn't think of and have to make another trip back, but hopefully not. We've got 1,200 building blocks. We've got 736 belts. We've made a couple blast furnaces, I believe, and we made at least a few. We might have made 4. I think we made 4 blast furnaces and 4 crushers. So here's our line of products coming out. And now this line of electronic components looks compressed, but the production is pretty slow. So once we start really using these, I have a feeling this line's going to be a little bit anemic because it has been in the past. Right now, we're not doing any research, so we're not consuming any science packs. But once we start, I have a feeling that electronic components line is going to run dry. The belt I'm on right now, this is going to be for the Xenoferrite plates. So this one's not hooked up yet, but it will be soon. So I guess once we get up here, let's take a look. There's a lot to, wow, I can't believe I stayed on that belt. There's a lot we need to kind of consider. One is this here is just, I'm not proud of this. This is kind of a mess. Matter of fact, I could probably get a bird's eye view just by hopping on one of these. Let's just take a look. So yeah, it's just, I don't know. It just seems more messy than it needs to be. In fact, yeah, I'm not even sure. These loaders, I guess, okay. So this particular drone miner is outputting ore in 3 different directions. Fortunately, all the belts look like they're backed up. That's actually a good thing. But again, because we're not doing any research, I think that's the main reason why. So one option we have is to clean this up and clean it up substantially. The second option is to clean it up just very temporarily. Basically, just move our drone miners over a little bit closer to the ore. Like this one's pretty far away from the ore, these two. So we could move these out and rework the belts here a little bit. And that would be kind of maybe a faster solution than really rethinking this whole production line through. So maybe, or the other option is wait on this and then come do this optimization later once we see that belts aren't backed up. Like namely, that would be once we get the science pack force going. I think then things are going to get thin out here. And at that time, maybe we'd look to use the more efficient ore recipe for the Technum. And then I guess we have, let's look at the map. I guess we're not using the Xenoferrite. We have more Xenoferrite right nearby, really. It's over this way, underneath this stuff. We could always dig to get to it if we wanted to. I don't really want to. Hopefully we won't need to. So yeah, maybe we wait on this since everything is all backed up. We won't be able to notice any improvements once we optimize this. We won't really be able to see it because all the belts are backed up anyway. So let's go look at our Xenoferrite. And I think that might be our platform right there where we were planning to put together the plates. So we'll probably extend that platform out. We're going to probably extend this guy out too while we're here. The solar array. That might make sense to do. Because I think we're going to have a whole bunch more processing over here. Especially if we do the advanced recipe for the plates. So yeah, let's do plates. I think that makes the most sense. So let's head over down there. I think we can just jump. We're not going to take any damage. We need to get power over there. Let's try out our fancy new power poles. I wonder if I should make some steps to get down here. Let's see if I can do that. I don't know that I can do that very easily. No, apparently not. All right. I was going to try to make some steps to come down here. But I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. Let's see if I turn this off. Can I get anywhere near that? No. The reason being, we need to run power poles down here. Now, let's see if we have enough connections. So the power poles, I think they can take 5, right? But we're going to have some stairs up there. How am I going to get up there? Let's do it. We're going to need to do it. We know we're going to need to do it. So let's try to see if we can find a way to path our way up there. I don't know if this is going to be effective or not. Maybe once we get up on this, if I use the other mode where I'm not snapping, is it going to help me? Is there a trick? Apparently not. Boy, I'm sure there's a trick to doing this, but I'm not getting it. Let's do this. Boom, boom. That's going to happen several times. Boy, this is almost going to be comedic watching me do this. And the reason I'm bothering is I know we're going to have to come up and down this thing. So let's now... All right, that's not horrible, right? All right, let's see. Let's take a look at this power pole. Can we run another connection off of this thing? Yeah, we can. So they take 5, right? I think they take 5. Let's see. Oh, I wonder. Okay. Target an object that supports a high voltage cable connection. Will turn green while looking at it, or target a block to pull or to build the power pole small. Can I do the large? Apparently not. Let's pull that out of the backpack. These are the large ones. 10 connections. Instant mode. Select hotkey bar slot to cancel. Instant mode power pole large. Well, let's see if we can connect that up with cable to this guy up there. Oh, that was nice. Very cool. I like it. I don't know how to automatically build with the large ones, though. I'm assuming they have a further range, but maybe I'm mistaken. Let's find out. Let's try it. Power pole large. Not looking to craft them. I just want to grab them. Power pole smalls. Large. Okay. Wonder how we can do it. Instant mode. Select the hot keybar slot to cancel. Yeah, you know what I mean? Let's see. Oh. I bet if we start connecting to that one as a start, maybe that's the one it'll drop. Let's try it. We're going to try. We don't know. We'll find out. This guy drops a large. Oh, it doesn't look like it's got very good range. Wow. Not very good range at all. That's the large. Now, that doesn't look like it's any better range. It does have 10 connections, but it's not taking us far. I was hoping it would take us really, really far. But it's not. All right. At least we got power over here that we can use. That should all be wired up. They look cool. That one's not lit up. These look like they're lit up on top. Oh, no, there it is once we get close. Oh, this is just because I got the construction stuff going. Cool. All right. Yeah, they're huge. They are bigger, right? Yeah, they look quite a bit bigger to me. Yeah. Anyway, here we are. And now it's getting dark, of course. Here's our belts coming up. Once we put a distributor down and wire it in, or a transformer, I should say, let's just do it temporarily. We can move this later. But let's get this wired in and see if we get some more coming up here. It's going to take a while to get here because it's a long trip down. But I believe this is all hooked up. The low voltage network is all hooked up. So I'm hoping to see some ore. There it is, I think. Am I seeing it? Yeah, here comes our lovely ore. Now, in order to maximize this, we got to figure out what the advanced recipe is. And let's get out of the build menu. Let's look at the crafting menu and take a look at that again for the advanced. Boy, there's this guy is just an assembler to get the advanced plates, and it needs Xenoferrite ingots. There's Xenoferrite ingots, tier 1. Normally, it takes 2 ore to get a Xenoferrite ingot. Each one gets us 2 plates. Refined Xenoferrite ore we get if we put it through a crusher. Right? Refined ore, we got to crush the regular ore to get the refined. And then we put the refined into a blast furnace to get Xenoferrite ingots. And then those ingots go into an assembler to get us 2 Xenoferrite plates. I think that's the route. Yeah, the blast furnace doesn't come into play until we have the refined ore. So we crush it, we cook it, and then we assemble it. I think that's the recipe. So how do we want to do that? I've got 4 belts here. How do we want to do that? I'm guessing we're going to expand out this way, unfortunately, because we've got this stuff kind of in our way. Taking a couple of these just while I'm thinking. But I'm thinking we'll expand out this way with maybe one production line for each belt of ore that we got coming up from the underground. And it just stinks. I wish we could use level 3 belts. We may need to, I don't know. We'll just have to see. I'm not sure that one level 2 belt going back to our main factory is going to be enough throughput, but we can try it. The other thing we could do is just collect the Xenoferrite plates here, those 10,000 plates, and hand bring them over. Let's see. It's a one-time thing, right? And we've got plenty of inventory space. So it could be that we end up putting our logistics blocks over here as far as the end game monument goes. So let's see. We need to run through a crusher. And then we need to cook it. So I wonder what the ratios are going to be for all this stuff. Let's just start and see where we end up, right? Let's just do it. Don't need to do too much forethought. We can just kind of experiment and play and see what happens, what we get. So the first thing we need is the crusher. Let's go in the backpack. We're going to have to start a little small because I didn't bring that many things. I got 5 crushers. All right, let's do this. We'll just see. We will see what we get. I got plenty of loaders. Intake. All right, now this guy we need refined Xenoferrite ore. Boom. So go do your thing and then maybe spit it out the back. That's kind of what I'm thinking. We're going to burn through these base building blocks. I know it. Really quick, too. Doop. But I can always get more, so I'm not really conserving them too much. We're worried about conserving them too much. I know we can get more. They're not hard to make. Let's get that plant out of there. Okay. So then belts this way. This is all going to be powder coming out. And let's see, what do we get here? Does this show us the ratio? I'm gonna have to look at the. Let's look at the recipe for that. Require refined Xenoferrite ore, so it's 2 ore in and 1 out, right? 1 refined comes out. And then I gotta cook it, and I get 1 more Xenoferrite ingot, and then for each ingot, I get 2 Xenoferrite plates. So all that works out to a little bit of extra output. We could just do 4 lines of 1 each. That might be enough. 1 crusher, 1, 1 or 2 cookers. All right, let's do it. Let's keep moving here. And then we can scale up if we need to. Okay, out comes this stuff. And then back to the menu or the recipe here, we need a blast furnace. Hopefully that'll fit. Backpack, blast furnace. I got 5 of these guys. They are 3 wide, and that's going to be a little bit of a challenge, but that's okay. We can run it right next to the belts. Or we could just feed it straight in. I don't know if we need 2 of these. That's the only thing. Let's pop this guy. That's fine. Control panel can be on the other side for this one. So we need an intake here with a regular loader. This is the one I think we might need 2. This blast furnace seems like it's kind of slow. Could be wrong. We'll find out. We want these guys. Tier 2. We're going to take and refined, and we're going to spit out 3 Xenoferrite ingots. Boom. We'll just dump these guys out on a second lane loader. Maybe right next to this guy. Backpack, second lane loader. Boom. Belts. We'll just keep moving down the line here. And then output for that. Or we can put a belt up in the sky. That's another option that we've got. Nah, let's just output. All right, there's our little guys, and there's our extra refined doodads. We've got a cactus here we can take out. I'm going to leave room for another blast furnace just in case that ends up being the bottleneck. So we'll extend this line out a bit because it'll be a pain in the butt to move it later if it is the bottleneck. Let me knock out some of this. And just grab a couple of these here while we're out here. Then we'll extend the platform out a little bit. We still have about 900 blocks left. This tree is huge. Let's get this one out of the way. All right, building blocks, 3. Boom, like that. Again, we may have to go get more. So room for a blast furnace, and then it's time to actually do the plates, right? So it's not as complex as I thought. Unless I'm missing something. We crushed it. And we got refined. And now we want these guys, 2 refined ore. No, we did that. That's what we got. And now we want just the assembler to get the plates going. So we can put the assembler closer, I suppose. I got blocks selected. Let's get this better. Boom. And backpack. Assembler. Panel out front. Let me just double check. That looks good. Let's go ahead and get a loader on here. Boom. And then the output, we might as well have it come out back here. We'll go out another lane here. So just do a second lane loader right there, actually. Belts out this way. And then eventually we'll go out and we'll snake back around. We'll come out this way. We'll go a little bit out just so we can put more assemblers if we need them. Then we're going to head in that direction. And then I think we join up with our path back to the factory somewhere out that way. You know, back behind all that. We'll worry about that in a minute. Soon, actually. Once we get this first line, we might as well get these guys moving. All right. We want the advanced Xenoferrite recipe. Let's see. I'm going to start producing. It is. Are we getting plates? We should. I got to put this to output, most likely. There's our plates. So let's take a little journey and see roughly anywhere around here. We're probably going to have to hop up. We're going to have to maybe run our belts up this way and join up with that 4th line here. It's a little bit of a pain, but we can do it right here, right? Let's just do it. Let's just start doing it. Might need more belts too. But that's all right. We can get them easy enough. Level 2s. Let's work our way back to the platform down there. Whoops, not that. Yeah, that's right. Right direction. Yep, that's all good. And now we need our sloped 6. And up is good. And we can just drill out that sand. Make this a little better. 6. Boom. Belts. How we doing? We'll just jump over that. We'll drill through this. Belts. Boom. This is not going to be too bad, actually. Let's put That guy down. 5 back to the ridge. 6 there. 5. So yeah, this is where we have to join up with. It's a little bit of work. All right, we're getting closer. That's all connecting up just fine. A few more little steps down and we will be back on the base level. Oh no, what's going on here? All right. Oh, the cactus. I thought I was out of them or something. I'm like, I just made a bunch of those. Working our way down. Okay, we're actually... Well, that's fine. That's fine. We'll make this work. We'll go back. We'll come down here. It's a little overkill, but this will work. I didn't need to do that little zigzag. And I am gonna come back a ways, even though we gotta do some clearing here. What are we doing on belts? 567 and platform 768. That's not bad. I'm gonna just hover over that little chasm. And that is probably far enough. Like I said, I wanted to extend this a little bit just in case. Just in case we have to add a few more assemblers. It's hard for me to see. I think that's about what I want. Okay, let's run our belt. We're going to use these up, I'm sure. That's all fine. Rotate this guy. And again, I know this is a little bit overkill. I may float this one because I don't know how far this is going to extend out. So I'm just going to float these guys. We'll clear out some of this vegetation. There's where we're going to join up. I see the belt. Just take out some of this so we can see what we're doing. Oh, I hope I got that one. I may have let up a little early. Yeah, I did. Just a half a second. All right, now I'm going to let this guy float again. It's not the best look. At least to here. Now I can bring him down like so. And then hopefully we've got enough belts to join up. And we can get rid of this excess. Boom, 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 boom. So now we're there. I mean, we are sending these really, really far back to base. Back to our main factory. And what I was thinking of doing is just another line, just like this, right? Another line, maybe mirror image because we've got the ore here. And then these guys, we can push them over that way on the platform. That's kind of what I was thinking. In fact, this all can come up. I don't think we need it. I don't think we're going to use that. Maybe I can just pop that ore in there. What do you think? Now we're supposedly getting, see now it's thinning out. What is the holdup? I wonder, is it this guy? Yeah. Right? Yeah, he's got plenty of stuff to process. So that's why I did it this way. Let's go ahead and throw another assembler down. One apart is fine probably for this. And belts. Let's extend this out a little bit. At least one. We'll try it. We'll see what we get. Boom. And then we need backpack for the extra lane loader. Boom. Intake. Let's make this one output. Pick our recipe and jump like a grasshopper around the factory. We want the level 2 tier 2 plates. Boom. And let's just keep an eye on this line. Still backing up, right? That's fine. We can throw another assembler down. Yep. We've got them. Let's do it. It can take it. It can take it. Belts. And we're set up to scale this up fairly easy. We may not even use those other drone miner lines for a while anyway. Or we could have one that's just dedicated to feeding into a couple logistical storages or 5 logistical storages because for the end game monument, because that thing takes so many. All right, backpack, second lane loader, boom, boom. Output. Figure the assembler and here and Xenoferrite plates tier 2s. And we want to look at this part and see how this guy's holding up. So I take it back here. I thought the blast furnace was going to be the holdup. It's not. Although we can kind of see there's an issue here. We're not getting quite enough output out of the crusher now. Right? I think that may be our backup. Yeah, we're starting to exhaust that. We may need to move the blast furnace over just so we can take yeah. Let's do that. Let's move the blast furnace down. We can easily scale this, right? Even if we had to move over this way, we could just take out these assemblers and push them out that way. So we're set up in a row like this in a column to scale if we need to. But I think we can get by with one blast furnace. But let's move them over. Make room for another crusher. Need to come over here and just take a look. I think we were something like that, maybe. Is that right? No, we were one more back. It's fine. Let's just push them one more back. 2 from the belt. Right here. And that looks good. Let's get out of the build menu. Pick up these loaders. Loader and loader. And these can come up for now, I think, right? Let's just take them because we're a little short. I think we're going to come up a little short on belts. So we'll scavenge a little bit. And that's our output. So that needs to start here. We're here. Let's do it. This is the second lane loader. The output. Boom. Oh, there's one that got away. And then belt in the input. Just to there, I think, is all we need. And then a loader. That's our input loader. think that's back the way we had it. Let's configure this guy to do this one, Xenoferrite ingots. Okay, he's back and running. He'll burn through this backlog pretty quick. Should. And now we wanted to put another crusher, if I'm not mistaken. So those are a little sleeker. They don't take up as much room. Well, let's have the panels face each other, and we'll go one more spot so it's not so crowded. And we got to bring our input over. That. Loader to bring that into the crusher. Now a loader to take it out. Looks like I'm going here. What's that? Set the indicator to output. And set the recipe here. And it's not great having to hop over this belt to get to the control panel, but is what it is, refined. Right. Refine Xenoferrite ore, refine Xenoferrite ore. Got plenty of ore, more than enough ore. Let's see. Now, power could be an issue. Most likely will be. So let's see. Are we... Let's see now. Seems like it's getting less. What are these guys doing on power? Got plenty, right? It's the middle of the day, too. So we're getting lots of solar. All right, let's wrap this one here. It's already a long episode. I lost track of time. But we're getting there. We're using the more advanced recipes, so hopefully we're going to make this ore last a lot longer. And we may need to do a little more scaling out here. We'll just see. It looks like we almost need another crusher, which is kind of hard to believe. These guys are both working, but it doesn't seem like we have that much ore or much being processed here. I'm kind of surprised. Yeah, we may need to lay down another crusher, actually. This guy is keeping up. So we'll do that next episode. For now, this is Glidercat signing off, saying I will see you in the next one.